Hello learners, welcome to Brainwave Learning.
Assalamualaikum students, I hope you all are doing well. Today date is 25th August and the day is Monday. Students, today we are starting our topic adjectives. So what are adjectives? Words that modify or describe nouns or pronouns, giving more information about their qualities, properties or characteristics are called as adjectives. So students, what are adjectives? The words which modify the nouns or pronouns or which give information about the quality or the property of different things. For example, we have a good book. So here the word good is describing the quality of the word book. So it is an adjective. So we have different degrees of adjective. First of all, we have comparative adjective and then we have superlative adjective. What are comparative adjectives? The words which compare two things only, and they are found by adding er to the last of the adjective or more to the start of the adjective. For example, this cake is bigger than the one we had yesterday. So here we are comparing two cakes, one which they are having today and the one which they had yesterday. And yesterday the cake was small and today the cake is big. So now when we are doing the comparison of these two cakes, so we say this cake is bigger than the one we had yesterday. Yesterday was not big and today was bigger. And then we have an example small, smaller and smallest. Here smaller is the comparative adjective. So now moving towards the superlative adjectives. What are superlative adjectives? The words which compare three or more things. Students, whenever we have to compare three or more than three things, we use the superlative adjectives. For example, this is the biggest house on the block. So there are many houses in the block, not only one or two, there are more than three houses in a block. So when we are comparing more than three things, we use the superlative adjectives. And as I discussed earlier that these adjectives are found by adding est to the last of the adjective or most to the start of the adjective. So when we are saying that this house is biggest than the other all of the other houses in the block, then we use the word biggest. Next we have difficult, more difficult and most difficult. Here most difficult is the superlative adjective. So now moving toward the irregular adjectives. What are irregular adjectives? These are the adjectives which do not have the regular comparative and superlative forms. Some adjectives have irregular comparative and superlative forms. These are called as irregular adjectives. For example, we have good, better and best. Here we did not use er or est with the word good. So this shows that it is not the regular form of the adjective but it is an irregular form. We have another examples like bad, worse and worst, much more and most. So students, I hope you understood this lecture about adjectives. So now let's move to the book to solve the exercise and get more about this concept. Okay students, so now let's solve this on the book. What are adjectives? I have discussed earlier that adjectives are the words which are used to describe things, and we can add er or more to make the comparative form of most of the adjectives. We use the comparative form of an adjective when making a comparison between things. For example, that is a long scarf, but this one is longer. Here we are doing the comparison of two scarves. One is long and the other one is longer. And then we can add est or most to make the superlative form of most adjectives. We use the superlative form of an adjective when we are describing something that has a quality to the greatest or least degree. So as I discussed earlier, that comparative and superlative adjectives are used to explain the degree of something. So here they are also telling that whenever we have to tell the greatest or least degree of something, we use the word superlative. So now let's take some examples of regular adjectives, and you have to make the sentences of these adjectives on your rough register. So first of all we have small, smaller, smallest. Here smaller is used to compare two things and smallest will be used when we have to compare three or more than three things. So next is big, bigger, biggest, difficult, more difficult, most difficult, cheap, cheaper and cheapest. And as I discussed earlier, some adjectives are irregular. We have to learn the different forms they take. Students, you have to memorize all of these adjectives and their degrees. Regular adjectives and irregular adjectives as well. So first of all we have little, but we will not write er or est to make the comparative and superlative form of the word little respectively. We will use less or least to make the comparative and superlative form of the word adjective. So what will it become? Little, less and least. Bad, worse and first. Good, better and best. Well, well mean help. Well, better, best. Much, more, most. So students, some adjectives are absolute. There is no degree to them, so they do not have comparative or superlative forms. There are not many absolute adjectives. Use the following absolute adjectives in the sentences of your own. So students, there are some words like dead, fatal, minor, unique, ideal and impossible, and there are also many others. These words do not have any degree. So students, whenever we have to do the comparison of two things or more than two things, we will only write dead, dead and dead. It will not become deader or deadest, it will become dead and dead only. And same is the case with fatal, minor, unique, ideal and impossible. I hope you understood this lecture. Now your homework is that you have to make sentences from each category. First category is regular adjectives and second is irregular adjective and third is absolute adjectives. You have to take two words from each and then make sentences of these words on your rough register. Thank you so much. Allah Hafiz.
Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe and comment to support my channel. See you in the next video.